Alright everyone, welcome. This is we are talking about composition of functions. Now composition of functions are just basically, can you take a function and plug it into another one? Okay, so composition of functions also have all their rules. It's where let me see, f plus g of x. That's the same as if you took the two functions apart and went f of x plus g of x. Okay, and you could replace the plus with a minus, with the times, with the divide, and it all works. All right, now the new one that we haven't talked too much about, I like to call it fog of x. And you could replace that letter with any combination, like, in other words, another common one is goff. It's the reverse. But basically what you're doing is you're taking one function and plugging it into another. So what you're doing in this first one is taking g of x and plugging it into f of x, and you're actually doing it. Okay, and this one you're taking f of x and you're plugging it into g of x. Okay, so in other words, if g of x was x squared minus 1, and f of x was 3x minus 7. Okay, so for fog, for this one right here, I would take g of x and I would plug it in just to x, wherever x was. So fog of x would equal 3 parentheses x squared minus 1 minus 7. And then you would just work on it from there. You would probably get, let me see, 3x squared minus 3 minus 7, and then you would end this with 3x squared minus 10. Okay, so something simple as that. Now that would be fog. That would be if you went this direction, where you went, oh hey, I'm plugging in over here. Okay, now if you went the other direction, which is goff, okay, you'd be taking all of this and plugging it into just this one x and then simplifying it. So goff is going to look a little bit different. Okay, so it's going to be parentheses 3x minus 7 parentheses minus 1, and you're going to have a square on those parentheses, so you have to square it, so you're going to have to do FOIL. So it becomes 9x squared minus 42x plus 49 minus 1, and as you can see, once I get past that step, it's really easy to finish this off. This is 9x squared minus 42x plus 48. Okay, and as you can see, going from one direction to the other changes the problem drastically. Okay, whereas if I go the other direction, I get a totally different problem. Okay, so compositions of functions, just make sure you practice it, work with it. It gets me really a lot easier when you think about it. You're just plugging it in, you're just simplifying it. Now if they do put in numbers, so for example, if they did fog, and we're still using the same thing, fog of 3, and they ask what does that equal, that means you're going to take this function that we just did, okay, we just got that for fog, and you're going to plug 3 in for x now. So whenever you see a number other than x up here in the parentheses, that means you're plugging that in. So it's 3 times 3 squared, which is 9, minus 10. Okay, and so that turns into 27 minus 10 which is equal to 17. So fog of 3 becomes 17. Goff of 3 becomes something a lot bigger. I'm not going to mess with that one as much. There's not really a lot of calculator work you can do for composition of functions other than actually plugging in stuff, but you know, it's nice to know that compositions of functions are an easy thing to remember. Alright, you guys, I will talk to you later. Have a great day.